The annual National Defense Authorization Act has some provisions that crack down on U.S. purchase of Chinese technology and U.S. investments in adversarial countries like China. Earlier, I spoke with Jowel T'ayier, attorney and president of the Digital Progress Institute. Jowel T'ayier, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you.
Now, Congress has just proposed a new defense bill, $900 billion. Part of that bans Chinese-made technology from the Pentagon supply chains. What kind of technology could they be talking about here, and why is it so important to ban it?
Well, there's a lot of things that the American government is using that they probably should not be using. I mean, it varies from everything from Chinese-made routers to drones. So I think what this is hearkening back to is a lot of different reports that we got from the CCP Select Committee, where they identified specific areas of the digital supply chain that the Pentagon is using, and ultimately found that these things are national security issues. I mean, there's a lot of information that these different areas of the supply chain collect in terms of data. And one thing that I think is very important here is that the United States government is putting their foot down finally, and this is actually a very positive step for a whole host of different reasons.
And what kind of technology are we talking about here that the Pentagon's using? You mentioned offline DJI drones.
Yeah, so there was a report that came out by the Foundation for American Innovation where they, through a bunch of FOIA requests, found out that the United States government was purchasing DJI drones. I believe like the Department of Defense was one of those agencies, but it really came down, but really even any agency that is using American taxpayer dollars to fund a Chinese outfit that has been linked to the Chinese government and may be used for espionage is wholly inappropriate. So I'm glad that you're seeing leaders in the House and Senate is taking a stand.
What kind of data are they collecting? How is it happening? Are they just getting the feed directly from the camera? What does that look like?
So when it comes to any technology, it depends on the interoperability and also the interactions between the software and the actual hardware. When it comes to DJI drones in particular, it's not just that the drone, it's not the drone that you're really worried about, and it's the camera, and then it's also the app that it runs off of. And the app usually runs off of some sort of smart device, either a tablet or even a smartphone. And that, if we learned anything from TikTok, is that it opens the door, I should rephrase, it opens a back door to everything that you do on that phone. And really, it can do anything from tracking, it can harvest a lot of data. If it's being used by government officials, I can't imagine what sort of sensitive information is getting put from one side to another.
I want to take it home for the American viewer. To what extent is the CCP able to access their data? You mentioned TikTok and how they're able to open up certain back doors through that app and access everything that's on that phone?
Pretty much, yeah. So there's a few reports out that identify exactly what TikTok can access and what it can't access. It favors what they can access over what they can't. And that is to say that TikTok is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of like what you actually inviting onto your onto your phone. So it's not just a happy dancing app. I mean, it's doing a lot of things in the background. It's collecting your voice prints. It's collecting your facial your face. It even can check your heartbeat if you use certain apps or you attune their software to like a wearable, which I believe they're starting to do now. But there are other Chinese apps that are on both Apple's App Store and Google's App Store. And there was a really good report that was done by the Heat Initiative where they identified hundreds of, maybe even thousands of apps that directly say that they're sending American data from your phone over to mainland China, which should terrify everyone because one, it's already bad enough that we have to worry about our own government spying on us potentially through the NSA or other agencies. But can you imagine a foreign adversary, what they're willing to do? I mean, at the very least, we have rights that we can push back against that type of data collection. We don't have any rights when it comes to what the Chinese government can and can't do. And even if we were to cry foul on that, I'm pretty sure they would just laugh in our face.